How's it going, guys? This is Patrick and you're trading with Prime. Today we're going to take a look at ticker symbol LYFT and how we manage this trade. Okay, let's get straight into it. What we're looking at is a pattern, and it kind of goes something like this, where we saw price come up from the March lows and we've rallied up and we're kind of coiling up here. And so this trade was more about speculative purchasing, and we saw a huge volume on this day back here. I'm going to give you a date on that. The date is on 8/20. We saw a huge volume there. And ever since then we did see a higher low this last Friday. And so I was looking at this chart thinking this would be a good trade. And this trade review is more about the technical analysis and why I took the trade and how I'm managing it. I'm going to go ahead and look at the SPY really quick. This is an active trade currently, so you'll see the prices on the screen might be moving around here a little bit. So overall, looking at the SPY, we do have a little bit of a sell-off coming in. Again, from the March lows, we do have a trend here, and we have been selling off for, this is the third day of the sell-off. I do want the SPY to hold trend. I'm not sure that it will. It could be one of two things is going on. It broke out and now we're back testing, and then we're going to have higher prices. Because price is still sitting down here, it does look extremely bearish. And to be honest with you, we could break down. If we do break down, I'm going to go ahead and close my lift position. I'm not sure the SPY will pull lift, but it's possible that it does. I'm going to go now to a lower time frame, just so you can kind of see really what we're looking at. This is the 15-minute time frame. And let me go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit here. So you can kind of see on the screen here, we do have some support coming across the screen just like so. And we do have support at this bottom level and resistance at this trend. So what I'm going to show you here is we do have a low on Friday, and we had a pretty bullish day on Friday. Let me zoom in a little bit further for you guys. I really want you to see the price. Hopefully I don't blind anyone with the size of the candles here. So there we go. And you know what? Let's do this. While we're on this, let's go back over to, as you can see on my screen, this is a lift $30 call, and we have one contract left, and the expiration date is 9/18. And right now we are currently sitting at 92%. And so with these trades, we don't have to go all in with our entire account. We don't have to, we can keep it small and simple. And that's how I like to say small and steady wins the race. Resistance level coming in here. We do have support on Friday's low, and then we do see support going across the screen in this kind of a fashion. So because of this, this rally on Friday, it gave me the impression that today was going to be a bullish day, and we did see a gap down coming into our support. That was an optimal place to have an entry with a possibly a stop loss below Friday's low. We do have higher prices, and so you could have, to be conservative, you could have waited for this price level right here to break before you got long. The problem is that would also be in the middle of, from resistance up here, down sloping trend line, to support. That's right in the middle. So it's kind of a hard trade to take. In my opinion, it would have been better to take it at market open versus, waiting for the break here because of this resistant level coming down. So what I'm going to do now is, as far as managing this trade, the part that I really wanted to get into, the part of this video, the purpose of the video was to show you that there is resistance in this area. And so, price, when it got here, it didn't immediately start to shoot away. What it did is it consolidated. And that's the purpose here and what I wanted to show you guys. There are many ways to do this. So what I did is I bought it at market open. I sold most of the contracts at resistance. And then I wanted to wait for further price action before I decide what to do with the last contract. And so in my opinion, what's happening here is we saw this come up into resistance, and we traded sideways here. If I clear the screen, I'm gonna zoom in one more time for you guys so you can kind of really see it on the 5-minute chart. Let me zoom in like so. Let me grab my chart would work with me here. Okay, hopefully you can really see the prices on your screen. And so again, we saw consolidation just below resistance. And this is the thing with technical analysis is I could have been wrong, right? Like maybe the zone was up here, maybe it was down here as far as the down sloping trend line, but it's more conceptual. It doesn't have to be exact. And that's the thing with trading that you kind of have to figure out. You know, maybe for you it'll be something a little bit different, but for me, I have the understanding that, you know what, like my trend line could be in the wrong place. But the point is that my trend line is where the blue line is, not where the yellow lines. So I did see a rally up here. We have consolidation and we did break out, and then we pulled back to back test, and now we're rallying some more. So in my opinion, as far as managing this trade, I'm going to go to the daily chart. Oops. As far as price levels on the daily chart go, you could do a number of things. You know, you could say, like, you know what, we are breaking out here, which is true, but something to keep an eye on is we do have resistance here. I'm going to give you a price level in a second on that. We also have resistance up here, and then finally we have resistance up here. Instead of measuring this, because I've thought about this, and I said, you know what, I could measure this, the width of this, you know, you can't see it on your screen here. There you go. I could measure the width right here and say that's a kind of a price target that I'd want to have coming out of here. But the thing is my contracts are only until the 18th, and I'm not really trying to hold those contracts for much longer than a day or two. And so one thing we could do is we could say, well, if it gets to 30.75, there's resistance there, I could close the last contract, or I could see if it'll run up to 32.50. And then finally, we have resistance up here at $35. Those are the three areas that I would look to exit the trade. Again, I'm not waiting for it to get all the way up here. You know, there was also this 200 period moving average. If you follow my cursor, 200 period moving average is coming in here. So by the time price gets there, maybe this moving average will be closer to this 35 level. But one day at a time. I mean, it could take several days to get up there, and I don't necessarily know that it will. In fact, we could, if the broad market sells off today or going into tomorrow, LYFT, the ticker symbol LYFT could pull back into the wedge pattern. So time will tell. We'll see how that turns out. If you guys get a chance, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit the like button if you've gained value out of this video. And again, we are live every Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for alerts like these, if you'd like to join our Discord, I've left a link in the description. Also, the website that we are using, the link is in the description. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.